What's going on, guys? It's Gaming with Gator. We got the heat going in the garage. We have a little video for you today on this Saturday. I'm going to turn that heater off because she's pretty loud. Turn this on. Anyway, so I was saying, I just wanted to get a little heat in here. As I was saying, we got a little video for you today. We got a Murray snowblower. It's my personal snowblower, and even though it is 50 degrees or more outside today, sadly the snow is coming and we have to be prepared. So I haven't ran this once since I parked it last year. I guess pushed it to its spot last year. I'm sure that's full. A little bit in there. So I only run premium in it, so that shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah, we're just going to go through it here, do what I do most falls when I'm checking the machine out, making sure she's good to go. So the first thing I like to look at is I like to tip it back, get this wide open here. I take a look at the blades, make sure they're moving freely. As you can see, I got some stuff tangled up in here. So I like to kind of try and pull as much of that out as I can. So obviously you don't want the transmission to fail. Now I have kind of a gravelly dirt driveway, so it's not as easy. It's not as easy to keep this clean and free of debris. Plus then you snow blow the grass one time and it all ends up in the middle here. As you can see, she's a little rusty. It was a hand-me-down, got it for free when I bought my house, so can't complain about that. Alright, let's get all this out here. It's just kind of like strawy type stuff. I don't really know where that came from. I don't mind the swept up pile there. I gotta empty my garbage can and bring that up to the house. So anyway, got that all clean, free of debris. I don't know if this has grease zerks. It appears it does. So here's one grease zerk. There's another one there. So I am going to go through and grease that. It's leaking here. I'm going to go through and grease those. And do that off camera because I don't have my grease gun in here right now. But yeah, go through and grease those. Make sure this, yeah, that moves, this moves. Okay, so nothing is rusted tight where we may put ourselves in a position to burn a belt. So next step is going to be checking the belt. Now this appears to only have one bolt holding the belts in on each side. We're going to come over here, grab our, this is a 10 millimeter, yep. We're going to grab our 10 millimeter, go in here, loosen this cover up, check the condition of the belts, see if they need to be adjusted at all. I'm sure they probably do. So yeah, I'll get you back when these are loosened up. Alright, so the belts are exposed now. You can see there's two of them. There's one for the blower and there's one for the this would be for the blower, I believe, and then there's one for the attachment underneath. So if you look, this has good tension, this is pretty loose. Now I want to see what's this one here. No, this one. Yeah, so that belt's pretty loose there, which means sadly I believe we're going to have to replace the this belt here, the belt for the auger. She doesn't seem tight, and I believe I have the adjustment all the way in on this one. So sadly the belts may need to be replaced, and I don't know how to do that. But it still was working last year, so as of right now we're just going to leave it the way it is. Really, we just got to look over here. Once it's turning, it should have enough. So the next step, now that I know I got to go pick up a belt, is the oil. And as you see here, she's pretty low. A little dirty. I changed it last year, I believe, before the season. May change it again just with some of the reclaim oil that I have. Possibly. Yeah, as you see, there's the drain plug there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and change on that in this video here. Just, you know, as a precaution, you might as well. Nothing wrong with a little added maintenance. So, we'll get our drain pad and our adjustable wrench and we'll change on the oil. Alright, so we got our adjustable wrench. Here's the oil drain right here. The pan is beneath it. Give that to loosen. Can't really get much of a swing here. Now the main thing you got to remember with these machines is they don't take a lot of oil. And you do more harm than good by overfilling them. So let's maybe move this out just a hair. And it's not warm at all. And there's a lot of water in there. Yeah, that oil does not look too good. Take the cap off, maybe it'll flow a little better. Maybe give it a tip back, even. Yeah, there's not much oil even in there. Yeah, we'll let that drain and we'll get you back when we're all ready. Alright, welcome back. So I believe we got as much oil out of it as we're going to. Obviously she wasn't warmed up. But judging from the water that came out of there, it was probably a good thing I didn't start the engine beforehand. See, this sits at one of the little tent buildings, but it's the furthest towards the outside, so who knows, and with condensation, and I don't fog the engine before I store it, so who knows. And I just don't want a situation where the cylinder gets washed or something else like that. So anyway, got the drain plug tight. We'll get a little bit of brake cleaner. Spray that whole area down. Spray a liberal amount on there. Spray my oil drain out. Get that nice and clean. So I can store that again. Tell you what, these little pans are the best pans. Changing oil for anything. I mean, this one's basically full, but they are the best. So, now we're going to fill the oil, and looking online, I couldn't find anything certain on what the oil capacity even is on these. So I'm going to start by adding a little bit, checking, adding a little bit, checking. It's kind of the worst way to do it, the most painstaking way, but like I said previously, you do not want to overfill these machines with oil. Alright, so we got a shop towel. We're going to check the level here. Wipe it off. Stick it back in. We're at the add level, so we don't need much more, just a little bit. So I wonder if I could just kind of get in here and pour it in like this. Don't need a lot, just a little bit. That much maybe we'll try. Just to get the full. And now, it may not have looked like there was a lot of oil in there. That's because there wasn't. So, it was empty. This is all clean oil that we're getting out here. You know, on the stick it's all clean oil. So let's dry that off. Back down and in. Alright, we'll add a little bit more and we should be all good. Alright, let's let that drain down in it and we'll check that then. Then we should be ready for a startup. And like I say, this has been sitting since last year, so God only knows how long it's going to take to fire it up. This does have the electric start, but I'm just going to do it with the pull start for now in winter. Normally I'll do it with the electric start. Alright, just a little bit more oil. Like I say, it's tough because no way to really check it. That should be enough though. Alright. Let's take that oil, put it to the side. See if we even have any fuel in this thing. Like I said, I think I checked there was a little bit. Yeah, it should be enough for a quick fire up. It's about to get real smoky in the garage, I believe. So we're going to prime it. Just prime it until fuel spills out basically. Pull up a little bit and let's see if she'll start. I can't believe that. So if we fire it up on the first pull, turn the fills off. Yeah, she seems to be running pretty good. Throttle it up one. Yeah, I hit the kill switch. She wasn't able to bring her back. But anyway, she fired up on the first pull. I can't believe that. Yeah, we'll give the oil one more check, I believe. Then we'll fire it up again, make sure the auger works, and yeah, we'll catch you when I'm firing it up again. Alright, the oil's full. Let's give her another start. Alright, you guys are going to have to be the judge for me on that, if the auger was turning or not. I believe it was, though. It felt like it was at least blowing. Normally, if it's blowing, the transmission should have the auger in the front turning. Now, like I say, we do need a new belt here. But we completed the oil change. I don't know the exact amount of oil that I used and didn't pour into a measuring cup or anything like that. But you get the gist of it. So, if you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe. We'll get you in the next one. We'll have another video like this next week. I have a little bit of a cold right now. That's why I haven't uploaded the last, well, 2 days. I didn't have a video that was good enough to put out, and I could barely talk really until today. And once I could talk today, I figured, well, let's get out in the garage and do something. So there you have it. We got this thing about 80% of the way there for winter. We changed the oil on it. Figured out that it does start on the old gas. Made sure the auger works. Like I say, I got to change that belt still, which I don't know how big of a process that is. Might be a pretty big process. So anyway, yeah, if you like what you see, remember to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.